Welcome to Core Finance, live from London. Sponsored by Beaufort Securities, live on Facebook at Core Finance TV. And for you youngsters out there, the Twitter handle at Core Finance TV. We've got Matt Brown here. Morning to you, Matt.
Morning, mate.
Let's kick off with the market movers. The headlines: market flat, UK GDP in line.
Yes, well, the US market really flat, no direction. Same with Asia. Europe opens and really no direction in this market at the moment. The FTSE's up around 20 points as we speak. Really, that's a little bit of sterling weakness is helping it push higher. I think there's about 3 points taken off for dividends. So there's nothing really exciting out there. UK GDP came in about half an hour ago. Everything in line as expected, 0.3% for the last quarter, this Q2, which gives us about a 1.7% year-on-year GDP growth in the UK. It's anemic, though. I mean, everyone's saying, look, it's in line. I mean, the pound hasn't really moved, the FTSE hasn't moved, but it's not really where we want to be. If we're moving outside of Europe. Now, Germany is expected to report Q2 numbers tomorrow for GDP, and 0.6. That's twice the amount of growth in GDP than the UK. We're leaving Europe. We need to be stronger and stand on our own 2 feet. It's anemic. It's dull. We need to do better.
You sound as if you're on your soapbox this morning.
Yes.
Right, let's kick off with the FTSE one to watch. Dixons Carphone numbers out this morning. A shocker, right?
Shock. Down 25%. The
Wow.
sales, they've indicated the revenue for the year is going to be down. It's about 500 million. Last year, they reckon it's going to be around 360 million, up to maybe 400. But it's a big drop in their guidance for the year. Why? People aren't upgrading their phones. We now have 24-month contracts, so people are less likely to upgrade and get another rolling kind of 24-month contract. People waiting for the new iPhone, people having less money in their pockets as well. The stronger pound, roaming charges, all adds up. I mean, this is just the phone, obviously, side of Dixons Carphone. Then people aren't buying the TVs, or if they are, they're buying them online, or they're going to John Lewis to check out which one. Spec it out, unfortunately, and maybe they're doing the same for Dixons Carphone. They have gone through, obviously, a rebrand and a refurb of a lot of their stores, trying to reach out to the youngsters, be more open, following the model that Apple have done with the Genius bars, etc. However, people just aren't spending the money on phones and televisions and electronic goods. Bad numbers, bad day at school. But it also goes to show we're seeing, if we saw with WPP, we've seen with Provident, we've seen with Dixons Carphone today, because the market is, the volumes aren't there. And
it's get it slightly wrong.
Exactly. You're going to be hit very hard in these markets.
Okay, let's talk about an AIM stock today. Snoozebox, what do they do?
Snoozebox, well, maybe you need one of these when you're looking at the market, because it is a bit, tiresome today because nothing's really going on. But Snoozebox are up 34%. What do? It's boxes to go and have a snooze in. So they put these in kind of business parks and various places. It was in the news quite a bit a few years ago. It's quite a novel idea. You can go and grab kind of 40 winks for a couple of hours in your lunch break and be refreshed and come back to work ready to go. They've got a contract to put 80 of these in a location in the UK, so that's a big contract win for them. But the stock has been asleep all year. It's trading at 0.3%, 3 pence, having been down at 0.18. So it's not a major one, but it's an interesting story.
Like it.
Take a look at Snoozebox.
Very good. Right, let's move on to currencies. The Great British Pound, not so great at the moment. Euro, Great British Pound, cross 92.16. Cable, Great British Pound, US dollar, 127.89. So that 128 handle's broken. All the technicians coming on saying sellers for choice.
Yeah, sellers for choice. Euro sterling, are we going to see parity? JP Morgan came out yesterday saying it's potential before the end of the year. There's a lot of talk on that. The technicals, the fundamentals. It's sell Britannia at the moment, unfortunately.
Understood. Let's move on to the core number, 136,397.
Well, let's have a positive story about the UK. These are the number of cars that were manufactured in July. It's up 8% in comparable to last year. July is usually a strong month because obviously the August registration, etc. But it is a positive amount, 136,000. That's good. 80% of them are exported, believe it or not. So that's positive as well.
In excess of 80% of them are done on credit.
Yeah, so the final amount that are in the UK are on credit, and this is in a week where Ford said they will give you £2,000 for your old car, which is basically a discount or a credit scheme. It is worrying, and we've spoken before about the car loans, and this could be a potential bubble. There could be a problem. Subprime car loans. So that's certainly one to watch out. But small positive news for the UK, Great Britain.
We're making them well.
We are making cars.
Understood. Let's wrap up with the calendar. The economic calendar today, US 130 initial jobless claims. It's never moved the market ever. And obviously the big one, Jackson Hole, where the clever people are talking.
Yes, Jackson Hole, clever people will be talking. Will there be surprises? I doubt it. Maybe Yellen may put something to get the markets going, or certainly get the dollar going, and I think the market has actually expected that ahead of Jackson Hole. Mark Carney isn't even flying out there, and don't expect any shocks from Draghi, so Yellen is the key for Jackson Hole, and that will be the focus for the end of the week.
So no slot tomorrow, no slot Monday, back Tuesday, right?
Yeah, back. We're going to get some snoozes in, and we're going to raring to go.
How much is a Snoozebox?
I will find out.
I'm interested to know. Thank you very much.